guys, welcome back. And you are here just in time to see me scrape this gorgeous bloom because I don't like it. It wasn't exactly the effect I was going for. So it's better, it didn't blow my mind, and it's better to just get rid of it rather than try to find something I love about it. There wasn't anything. So I'm just going to start over. And I did record the fail. And I don't want to miss any steps here, so I'm going to reiterate what I'm doing. So I'm trying to do a holographic bloom. It is a style that Lisa Marvin did recently, and I really loved it, and I have failed a couple of times. And I don't have a lot of paint time in the studio. This is just PPG Multi-Pro white. It's not mixed down with anything. So I've had a couple of fails, and I don't get a lot of paint time because of my new puppies. So I try to make the best of it and only put out the very best of what I create. And that was not it. So I am just redoing it. So the struggle I'm having is probably the same struggle a lot of people have with this particular type of blooms, is the amount of pigment that you're using. And it shouldn't be a factor because I'm layering a tube paint in between each layer of interference pigments. But it doesn't seem to be holding true. I seem to be struggling. So I'm going to try again. This is the 12-inch round canvas, as you can see. And this is Golden Fluid Prussian Blue with a little Mars Black in it. This is my tube paint stand-in. And this is going in between all of my interference layers on the bottom and on the top. And I'm going to be using a layered cell activator, titanium white, and then my deep gold. So my first pigment going down is TLP Ball Gown. And I guess I'm not going to use quite as much pigment as I have been using because I think it makes it a little too slimy. And then I'm doing a drizzle of this opaque deep Prussian blue because it's going to be too heavy if I put too much down. And then my pearl red interference pigment. This is Polycolor. And then the deep Prussian blue again. And then I'm doing my Polycolor Violet interference pigment. Gotta be careful with that. It just wants to take over. And then I'm putting Macaw on the top. Macaw is a TLP interference pigment. It is a kind of a teal color, turquoise interference. And I just am struggling to get it to show up. And I don't want to use so much of it that it makes everything slimy. Okay, so white cell activator first. And then the deep gold. And then the blow dryer. And I'm going to try very hard to use this on low because high creates little tiny excuse me, little tiny cells that I'm not a big fan of. so there's still quite a lot of cell activator in that center. But it's got lots of holes in it. So I do think that is going to stretch and open up. All right, just going to give it a gentle spin. That'll kind of loosen the bloom colors. So that I can tilt it if I need to. Yeah, I need to. Because this. All right, I shifted my paint weight. I probably should have wiped my spinner off a little bit so that it doesn't get slimy and my canvas goes flying off. I don't know if that center is going to really open up, but seems logical that it would have to. I do like my cells much better in this one. I like that I got lacing. But I do have some areas of pretty thick cell activator. And that will dry poorly if I don't open it up. And I don't want to have to spin so much that my cells start to get all wonky. Because that too is a thing. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up and turn it just so that these two areas are off center, and I'm going to spin it really gentle so it doesn't fly off my spinner. I just need to open this center up a little bit more to make sure that cell activator does sink and doesn't leave kind of a weird artifact in the center. Much better. I like this a lot better, but I'm not able to move those very well. And I know there's plenty of paint left on this canvas, so this should work. They're going slow but sure. And I don't mind if a little peekaboo is left, as long as my cells don't go all crazy. Alright, I'm just going to check to see if my center is moving or no. It is a little bit, but none of my cells are wonky, so one more spin. There we go. All right, so no wonky melty cells, and hopefully it will dry perfectly. And I'm going to bring you in for a close-up because this one I do like. Even though it has a ton of quite small cells, I do like this one. Okay, so this is the look I was going for. And you can see that you get kind of peacock cells everywhere from the transparent interference pigments. That violet is just crazy. I need to cut that way back on the next one. But this is the look I was going for. And Lisa Marvin has dubbed it the Holographic Bloom. And I love it. And I'm going to bring you back and show you what it looks like dry. So give me just a moment. All right, thanks for your patience. And here is the dried results. And that violet really is obnoxious. However, macaw did show up. And it's really pretty. I didn't get a lot of show of the interference red, but the ball gown did come up. And the cell activator dried perfectly, no weird stuff going on. It really did dry very, very well. I like this a lot. So this actually is a 10-inch round. I had said earlier that it was a 12. It's a 10. Sorry, my dogs are barking in the background. They don't like Halloween decorations. So anyway, yeah, this dried really, really well. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with another video in a couple of days. I've got some content stored up that I need to get edited, but I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Have a good weekend.